G'day guys, it's Michael here from Sailing Popao. Welcome back to another episode of Adreno Sydney Spearfishing series. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the Eastern Rock Lobster. They are one of the tastiest critters in the ocean and they are found right here on our door.
Lobster, anyone?
Generally, crays can be found in really shallow water. I'm talking dry back stuff. Don't be afraid to check ankle deep water. Ideally, you want to go in a high tide with a really low swell so you can get right up in those shallows and not get tossed around in the wash. These spots are naturally protected by rough weather, so going when it's calm is obviously going to help. Now, this doesn't mean you won't find them in deeper water. You will find them up to 10 meters, but I seem to find most of mine in the shallows. Any rocky areas with congee or kelp is a really good place to start. Okay, so as far as equipment goes, you definitely want a good pair of gloves. The crays themselves are really spiky and they've got these really nasty spines on their tail that they can smash your hand against their body with. In addition to that, you've got sea urchins, barnacles, and the caves themselves are just full of nasty stuff. A good wetsuit is highly recommended to stop you from getting cut on the reef, especially when you're hunting in that shallow water and you get tumbled around. Try to get one with a hood, because eventually you are going to bump your head and you'll be very thankful to have that layer of neoprene between your scalp and the cave. Crays are found in the winter months, so unless you have a really good spot or a serious layer of blubber, you're going to need that wetsuit to keep you warm during your dive. A good dive torch, while not 100% necessary, will greatly increase your chances at finding a cray hidden up the back of a dark cave. Just be aware that it is illegal to spearfish with a torch in New South Wales, so either leave the gun at home or if you're in a boat, swap it out when you look for crays. Another handy item is a cray bag. Now you can just use your standard mesh keeper net, but in my opinion you can't go past the waist-mounted mesh bag. This gives you the use of both of your hands and it's really easy to put crays in. I've never had a cray escape from one of those bags, and you can also store a spare torch or even a cray measurer in there. It's also really important to carry a current New South Wales cray measuring tool. You can find these in most tackle shops, but just check the regulations as the size limit does change from time to time. It's really important to try and remember where you find your crays, because you'll often find they'll go back to that same hole time and time again. Once you know your spots pretty well, you might want to try night diving. It'll give you the opportunity to see the ocean in a whole new light. You'll often find crays are out of their holes rather than hiding during the day. Obviously, night diving is going to come with its own set of risks. You want to know the area really well and have a backup entry and exit point that you can see clearly in the dark. Definitely recommend going with a dive buddy, and a spare torch won't go astray. Like all spearfishing, teamwork is greatly going to increase your chances and safety. Work together to cover as much ground as possible. Once you find a few crays, call your mate over for backup. It's always good to spot your mate just in case they get stuck when pulling a cray out of a hole. It's also really handy to have an extra set of eyes in case the cray bolts out the back.
Tropical rock lobster, not found in Sydney.
Crays will generally not swim far and they'll hide in the nearest cave or kelp. Some caves will have a back exit. It's always handy to have one diver waiting at it while the other spooks it from the other side. Just be aware there is also a maximum size to protect the breeders. Thanks for watching guys, hopefully that gave you a bit of an insight how to catch crays in Sydney, and hopefully you have a successful season.